And is there a way we can give me, well, it's okay. Give me one more second. I'll put this on Facebook. Oh, well. 1, 2, 3. I'll put it on Facebook later. 5, 4. Hey, everybody. This is Albert Corey with Rock Your Bottom Podcast. This is being shot on December 1st. So happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Well, today I got an amazing guest, Mr. Joel Solomon. Okay, former hedge fund provider. His main book, 9 Money Rules for Millionaire Use. But let me tell you, one of the key things in today's show is you got to show up. Right, Mr. Joel? We showed up at a cool event and cool things start to happen. So anybody who's watching this, oh, I can't go to hood. Well, show up to a lot of the free events and cool things are happening. So now that I said that, Mr. Joel, how are you? I know you're in New York. How cold it is in New York right now, by the way?
We're actually having a balmy 45 degrees this morning, but it's been cooler this week. But yeah, first of all, thank you so much for having me, Albert. I really appreciate you. It's an honor to be here. And yeah, I did a webinar this past Tuesday, and I told the people who attended, there were only 18 out of about 50 who signed up. And I said, showing up, you guys showed up, and you guys are going to get the benefit of a bonus at the end of the webinar for showing up and staying. And I provided them with the awesome bonus of the notes from a 7-day conference I'd been to. I'd written up over 20 pages of notes. And because they showed up and stayed, they got the benefit of my knowledge from that course that they didn't go to. So showing up, you're absolutely right, is 90% of success in this lifetime.
Very cool, Mr. Joel. By the way, my questions, I know you said earlier, are very unscripted. I have fun stuff to ask. Obviously, you're a bond trader to Amazon bestsellers. But last thing I know, you don't walk on Wall Street and says, oh, I'm going to be a bond trader. How did you get into that, by the way? What is your little backstory, how you become a bond trader?
Well, I traded bonds and stocks, and I had a dream. I started my career as an actuary. You may know what an actuary is. Most actuaries work at an insurance company. I say the difference between an actuary and an accountant is an actuary looks at his feet when he talks to you, an accountant looks at your feet when they talk to you.
Oh, I love that. Very, very, very cool.
So, but yeah, I started my career as an actuary, and I really wasn't loving the job. But I had a dream because my hobby in the evenings and weekends was investing. And so I reached out to actuaries on Wall Street, said, how'd you get there? What'd you do? And almost all of them gave me doubt. Massive doubt, a ton of rejection. They said, Joel, you can't do this. You're an actuary. You don't have any experience. You don't have any background doing this. You need to work in an investment bank, on and on and on. You don't have an MBA. And so finally, I stopped listening to them, and I found one who gave me his path, and I followed it mostly. And 15 years later, I was working at a small hedge fund. And then ultimately I got to work at a large bank managing a hedge fund, a stock and bond portfolio for them that at the peak reached $700 million. And then there was a law that was passed that the banks can't own hedge funds. And so we were all laid off. And that actually gave me the kick in the butt to do my true dream, which was to have my own hedge fund. And in 2012, and 2013, I raised the money and I started my own hedge fund, Solomar Capital, to manage other people's money and my own money. And the long story is I might still be doing that today, but I had an epiphany in December 2015 that my true purpose in life is to be helping others, teaching others that they can do it themselves. And so now I'm a prosperity coach. I teach people how to change their money mindset, how to manifest money, and then how to invest their money.
Very cool. Now I'm going to ask you some questions, which I said earlier. It's simple. On your back, it says 9 money rules for millionaire success. I'm going to ask you, because this will eventually be cut up into shorts. What is the #1 rule for millionaire success?
So the first rule in the 9 money rules millionaires use is when you believe. So belief is so critical. Like I just told you the story about how I became ultimately a hedge fund manager. People gave me doubt along the way. And now I tell my clients, #doubt the doubt. Have faith in your dreams and desires. Have faith in your dream. Don't have faith in your doubt. Have faith in your dream and doubt your doubt. So when you believe, when you have empowering beliefs and you believe in yourself, you believe in your dreams, you can achieve them. But if you have limiting beliefs like, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, then you're limiting yourself from achieving your dream. And that's the most important rule in the 9 money rules millionaires use.
Cool. So what would be the second rule?
Rule number 2, which is very unusual, I will tell you that not one hedge fund manager, financial advisor, financial planner will tell you this, but I will tell you this as a former hedge fund manager. It's called trust your intuition. And I know that as a former hedge fund manager, that if I didn't trust my intuition, I either lost money or made less money. So how do you develop your intuition? My clients ask me. So I say it's just like any other muscle. So I used to go to the gym and do my bicep curls to develop my biceps. So every chance you get, you're making hundreds, if not thousands of decisions every day. So use your intuition, test it with some small little decisions. Say you're in Manhattan, you're on the subway platform, and the local train's sitting there, and the express is coming in just a few minutes. So what do? Local, express, local. Trust your intuition. Now, every Thursday morning, I used to take my daughters to school when they were younger, and we had options. We could take the highway, we could take the local roads, or we could hitchhike. Just kidding.
Did you take your kids hitchhiking? That would have been cool. 3 kids in a car. That would have been different in New York.
So most mornings, my intuition was telling me to take the highway. And there was one particular morning, the highway was all backed up with traffic. Now, my intuition was still telling me to take the highway, but my intellect said, what? This doesn't make any sense. It's all backed up. Go local. So I go local, and immediately my stomach's in knots because I hear the sirens, I see the flashing lights. Because I didn't trust my intuition, it cost me a $150 speeding ticket. Ooh. And to this day, my daughters tease me and call me Speedy Pants.
All right. So you're a New Yorker. Let me ask you the question. Are you a winter sports guy?
I am not. No, I'm a summer sports guy. I prefer baseball.
Okay. Very cool. As a New York, since in New York, that's a city that never sleeps. What's your favorite food? My
favorite food is sushi.
So
there's a lot of good restaurants.
I guess the question should have been is on your birthday. Here's how I always like to ask it. Where would you like to have your family take you on your birthday? What kind of restaurant?
Yeah, so I normally I take my daughters to Nobu 57 at 57th Street in Midtown. It's got one of the best sushi restaurants in Midtown.
You're a sushi person. Sorry,
yes.
You hear the background noise. This is a real live office, as you can see. I see that you're a prosperity coach. So other than the mindset, what would be another way? What's another good tip you can tell our people on how to go forward in life?
Yeah. So, well, I also, besides mindset, I teach manifestation techniques. I
Very
have 9 different manifestation techniques. One worked for me that allowed me to raise the money for my hedge fund in order to actually get it started. So I teach that. Another one I teach, which allowed me to manifest millions of dollars before I actually started my hedge fund. So I teach that one. And there are others I've learned over the years from Infinite Possibilities and Mike Dooley's book. And there are other books that I've read. So I teach different manifestation techniques that really work. And the way I know it works is because I have a membership called the Money Miracles membership. And my members have manifested, as of December 2023, $1,745,000. And my one-on-one coaching clients have manifested almost $4 million. So these techniques work.
Very cool. I know everybody's got to go, so we're gonna wrap this up. What's one parting thing you want to tell my clients, whoever's watching this, because this is gonna be on YouTube, on JD3 TV. That's where it's gonna be launched and be at. So what's the one thing you want to leave with our clients?
You're in control of your life. No one else. Don't blame the government, the economy, your former wife, your former husband. You are in control of your life, and you can take responsibility, and things can change like that when you know and believe that you're in control.
And one more thing, by the way, as a thank you for coming on. As a parting way to say thank you, please tell us how we can get a hold of you and how to work with you.
Yep. So thank you, Albert, for having me again. First of all, I want to give a free video away to everyone who's watching and listening. If you text to the number 66866 prosperity, if you're feeling unease about money, this is a free video I have called How to Ease Your Money Worries. And you'll get that for absolutely for free if you text to the number 66866 prosperity. And you can reach me at my email, at my website, salamour.com. That's SALAURMOR.com. My company name is named after my daughters, Lauren, LAUR for Lauren, MOR for Morgan. So it's salamour.com.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for watching. In this show, remember, I always tell people sharing is caring, and we'll see you on your next show. So thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.